Art Harris, investigative journalist at artharris.com. Art, today, in the last hours, Ronald Cummings has broken his silence from behind bars. What did he say?
Nancy, he said that the focus of the investigation was not on him, but in finding Haleigh. That's what the police told him when they threw him on the ground and cuffed him. And that he was also asked, did he believe Misty knew anything about it? He said he wasn't sure, but didn't see how she could go that long and keep a secret.
Well, I have to agree with him on that. But I mean, Art, we just showed one example of how nothing she says makes any sense. She can never explain why her story differs every time she tells it. And Art, let's go back over what she said the child was wearing the night she disappeared, and then her discovery of that very outfit there in the home.
Well, I believe it was a pink outfit, Nancy, and then wasn't that in the wash afterwards? But I know there were a lot of other contradictions from where she said Haleigh was sleeping. At first it was on the bed with her, then it was on the mattress on the floor. There was talk that they looked under the bed, but how can you look under a mattress? A lot of contradictions in what Misty was saying that night, and it just didn't make sense. Then her brother Tommy says he shows up, bangs on the door, no one's home. Misty says later she was asleep and didn't hear him. Just a lot of suspicions, Nancy.
We are taking your calls live. Is there finally a break in the search for 5-year-old Haleigh? Straight to you, Marlena Shivo, our producer on the story. What else did Ronald Cummings have to say from behind bars?
He mentioned, Nancy, that Misty hasn't told him anything new at this point that we haven't already heard, and we're still waiting to see if she's going to say something. However, we know her lawyer has advised her not to say a word. Ronald also said that the police have not questioned him at all. He has spoken to his attorney one time. He visited him the other day in jail, and he is just sort of waiting. But the one thing he did say, Nancy, is that he really does think he's going to go to prison.
Out to the lines, Eleanor, Illinois. Hi, Eleanor.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I'm good, dear. What's your question?
Yes, I have a question. Is there a law in Florida about statutory rape? And if so, could this be why Ronald married Misty at the time that he did, because she was underage? And if so, that might be why they're divorced now, so they can't charge him for anything now.
Let's unleash the lawyers. Joining us tonight, Susan Moss, family law attorney out of New York, defense attorney Raymond Giudice out of Atlanta, and a special guest joining us tonight, Mark Najim. He is joining us out of Orlando. He is also the attorney for Texas Equisearch founder Tim Miller. Mark Najim, what is the law in Florida regarding statutory rape? What is the age?
16 or 17. It depends upon the difference of age between the alleged perpetrator and the alleged victim. But in this particular case, it would have required Misty to have cooperated and indicated that some sex had occurred. I doubted the way that this was going that could have ever been proven.
To Sue Moss, I don't know of many jurisdictions that place statutory rape, which is basically rape of a minor, at 17. It's very often 16 or under. What do you know, Sue Moss?
You're absolutely right. It's usually 16 or under. But honestly, when there is a huge difference in age, even 17 can hit the statutory rape mark.
What about it, Ray?
Well, in Georgia, we have a new law that, as we just pointed out, is based upon the age difference. So you can be over 16, but if there's a disproportionate age limit, it's a sexual assault case, not a rape case. But I will also address the caller's question. Them getting married would not have stopped the prosecution from getting a statutory rape warrant if there was evidence of it.
And unique, Raymond Giudice, to Florida law is the fact that the husband-wife marital privilege,
that's right,
does not apply to abuse on a child, whether it be Haleigh,
that's right,
or whether Misty Crosland was, under the law, a child at the time they started their relationship. So under either circumstance, the marriage would not have precluded her testifying.